because it was like really, really hard for me to talk for like 15 minutes. Um, I'd say half of the reading I did all right on, and then the other half was just like kind of weird, like I didn't get it. But it was like,
So how was pulling like a loved one from the other side? How'd that go?
that one, so everything was just like half and half, I'd say. So I think I said that I saw like a grandfather figure and he had a lot of white hair, which she said her grandfather comes through all the time, but she doesn't remember him with a lot of white hair.
Okay.
And I specifically said that they could relate with like bluebirds. And she said she gave me like this really specific instance with them like nesting in her backyard, which was wild. And then the other thing I said, I think I mentioned like childhood trauma or something, which she had a great childhood, but she had trauma like in school with her like occupation and stuff.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So in Shannon, actually, I mean, she's gone through a lot of trauma like in her adult years. So I would, want you to kind of go back and think about why, you would pick it up from the childhood, and maybe, do you know what I mean? Like you're picking up on like legit her trauma. I mean, she, went through this process of getting, she had like a root canal, and the infection started from her root canal, and she got cancer from it, and so she's fighting all of these doctors and these surgeons who just care about money and wanting to treat her in these ways. And so she's like, her husband didn't believe her that she could heal herself. Like it was a nightmare for her. So and she, all the while she went and she did it, she cured it herself, so that's a lot of trauma she just went through. She's still going through it. So I would want you to think about, I don't know if you just, were like, oh, it's childhood trauma, or if you saw something or felt something and kind of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always tell you, like, I want you guys to always leave it open, right? Like I feel a lot of trauma in your life, you know what I mean? And like in your past and stuff like that, because you just leaving it open like that is leaving it, giving them a lot more room to really connect with that reading. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And it's not saying like, oh, well, I'm just gonna like throw a line out there and like hope they can connect. That's not what I mean. But when we are learning, it's helpful to do that, to see how you are learning and how you are interpreting the information. Okay, but overall though, she said you did great.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, she said you did absolutely great. So fantastic job moving through the fear, because it can be absolutely terrifying. So good job. Okay, and then I know that Kirsten, where are you? There you are. Okay, but I can't see you. But anyways, Kirsten, are you with us? Not yet. Okay. I know she did hers. Taylor, where are you? There you are. Hi. How'd it go?
Hi. It went really well. I feel like it takes me a long time to kind of like tap in and actually receive from spirit. So there was like a chunk of silent time,
I hate
and
that.
it's like awkward and weird, but
I do.
I don't know. I just figured that maybe like the more I do it, the quicker it'll start to come.
That's absolutely 100% true.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was good.
All right. That's fantastic. So can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah. So I worked with Amanda.
Okay.
And so I had saw like a farm, and she was able to tell me that she lived on a farm and she wanted to connect with her dad, because I asked her the relationship of the loved one.
Okay.
And he was telling me that they had a falling out, which she was able to confirm for me. And that the loving healing message that he was giving was that he had wished that he was like around more, that he was able to be around more and watch her kids grow up, because I got that her daughter was very young, and she was young. So it was good. I didn't think that I got a lot, but I got a few prominent things. So
That sounds like you got a lot.
yeah.
We're so hard on ourselves. All right. And then, so how did you know that he, how did you know that he wished that he was around more? Was it something that you just knew? Did he show you something? Did you feel something?
So it was something that I just knew, but I also like heard it.
Okay. So like you heard like wished I was around more.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Great job. All right. Who else did the readings? Kirsten. All right. Anybody else? No. Oh, Melissa? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, Kirsten, let's talk about yours.
Well, there's been a lot because I'm also doing Angie's program. So,
Lord.
so I've been like doing, I read from Melissa yesterday and Taja yesterday.
Okay.
And both of them confirmed a lot of the things that I was kind of delivering to them, that resonated with them, or especially like Melissa, I was saying something about her future career and how she should stay put for a while, because there were things she needed to take advantage of. And later when we were done, she confirmed for me that there were actually a lot of benefits in her job that she wanted to take advantage of before moving on. So that part was like, ooh, cool. And I did do a reading for Amanda, and I was sensing some things about, I was using my symbol base a lot when I was reading with her. And I was talking about all the pink lotus blossoms I saw blooming. And I was like, that's spirituality for me. And that's spiritual growth, and saying that you're holding back from it. And she confirmed that she hasn't been doing enough with her spiritual growth and doing readings and things. So that's the only thing I remember from the reading with Amanda, because I didn't write anything down for that one. Whereas
That's
the ones
okay.
I do for Angie, I do write things down.
Yep. Okay.
And Taja also gave me feedback that it seemed pretty on with some of the things that I got. And I've got spirits coming through with almost every reading that I do for another medium or psychic.
Yeah.
I don't not for every person.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's okay. I don't, it still resonates. It's still messages from spirit. So I'm feeling really pretty good. In the last 2 weeks, I've done 20 people.
That's fantastic.
And that's not on your group. That's just like
Yep.
connecting through mostly Zoom.
Yeah. Good for you. That's fantastic, because the more you do, the more it's just second nature. The more you work out that muscle, the stronger you're going to be.
Yeah, and the last week, it's been really clicking. I've been feeling real good. And like just the other day, just something like we were doing circle messages.
Yep.
Or a message circle, and there was a woman that I just said, I feel like there's a little boy energy running around you, and I was describing it. She just kind of nodded her head. She didn't say anything else. And then later, my friend who was also in the message circle told me her boy died a couple of years ago. Her little boy died. And I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I get that confirmation?
I hate when
really
that.
That would have been really good for you to know that I was picking up, and we were, like this in Zoom, and I'm just like, really? You mean I picked up that? I had no idea that that's what I was picking up. So to know that I had picked up the energy of her little boy, she just nodded and said she understood, but I would have really liked to have known, like,
right.
how much I picked up on something.
Yeah, you know what though? I mean, she may not want to talk about it without crying or even say that
It's
out loud.
true.
Because it's easy for me to be like, what the, but also it was in your little child, who knows, so.
But I mean, it's good that somebody else could tell me that.
Fantastic. That is fantastic.
It was like, oh my gosh. So that sent chills down my spine. And a few other times people have recognized exactly who I brought, who I've been bringing forward to them. And other times, no.
I would say that's really good, and that you can pull children, because not a lot of people can. So having that in your bag you know what I mean, of tricks that you got.
Yeah.
Not tricks, but you know what I mean, where your toolbox.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people can do that, okay? So
Mhm.
making sure that you kind of foster that, because that's
Okay.
important. Yeah,
All right, I will.
all right, cool. Melissa, you did readings? Okay, what'd you do?
I did Shannon.
Okay, how'd it go?
I still have symptoms from RSV. I'm finally feeling better, but I felt horrible when I did it. In fact, I got a message from my sister-in-law asking me to do a mediumship reading for her later that night. Woke me up 2 minutes before my appointment for Shannon, and I was like, ah. I like ran to the bathroom and called her. I think I have an issue. Kirsten and I did a reading for each other last night. I have an issue trying to focus in on what I'm seeing or trying to hear and getting evidence, and I kind of struggle moving beyond that.
Okay.
But I was able to connect with her deceased grandparents.
Okay.
And there were a couple symbols that I wasn't certain of, but I think you and I might have discussed a little bit about them. But I still tend to get messages from other loved ones who have passed of people I know, even if I'm not in the room with them. So sometimes they're still getting mixed up, and I sage before and after every reading.
Okay.
So I guess it's a little difficult to still differentiate, but I was able to connect with some of them. And then giving her message, I felt a little selfish, but I kept hearing, you're supposed to be talking to Shannon. That's why Shannon's message is for you to talk to her about healing cancer. So that way I don't have cancer come back in my body
Yes.
for a third time.
Yes.
So she shared a lot of really helpful things. And
That is not by accident. Not at
yeah, I don't think so. So between the PBX, I purchased that from you and then
all.
grabbed a few things, and then just speaking with her, I was able to connect with her grandparents. So I did a couple readings. I think I did 6 since our last class that we had.
Awesome.
I mean, it's probably a little more. I did 2 last night, but I wasn't always able to connect with spirit. The one time I just kind of was put into like a trance, and that kind of depleted my energy. And then I woke up really early and I was like, I want to do more readings, but I still felt drained.
Yes, please do not drain yourself. If you don't do it, it's not worth it. You need to take care of yourself. Okay.
Yes, so I did grounding meditation and listened to that throughout the night for sleeping and whatnot. And I just keep trying to sage, and I've been doing soaks and Epsom salt rinses, and
Good.
I'm really trying to keep up with the grounding, and I am trying to meditate more because I did have some visuals, more vivid visuals, and I was having a hard time the last few times. So I just need to work on maybe some other exercises on strengthening other clairs. I think that will help.
Yep. All you have to do is tell spirit that's what you want, and it's going to happen. Okay.
And I did do that, and I was able to hear something. So
you just trust in that. Okay. Just trust in that.
I just have this thing where I go quiet and silent and close my eyes, and I need to stop being so awkward with that and like try to have it flow better.
Yep. Absolutely. And that is what we're going to talk about tonight. That is one of the most important things that I want to give you guys, is so you don't have to feel like you have to sit in awkward silence. Okay. Because I told you guys about, like, that's like my worst nightmare. Okay, I don't want to do that ever, you know? Okay. So we're going to do this kind of opposite as our normal classes. We're going to just jump right into practicing, because I want to get us in the groove, and then we're going to just kind of go over some things, a few things. These are what I call plan Bs that we'll talk about, and kind of lining up your readings, placing these reading tools and ways of reading, and setting them up properly in alignment to where you're doing a reading and you're going to use this reading tool, then this reading tool, then this reading tool, then mediumship. Then do you have any questions Okay, it was very nice talking to you. Goodbye. Okay, so that's what I want to give you guys as a reading structure. It's super important. Okay, but anyways, right now I want everybody to just close your eyes because we're gonna kind of just like ground in we're gonna ground in. So everybody close your eyes. I'm gonna guide you through like a little guided meditation. Okay, so if everybody can can you guys hear? I'm gonna mute all of you right now. All right, so we're just gonna do a guided awareness meditation really quick, okay? So if you can just close your eyes or soften your gaze, getting comfortable, grounding in, becoming aware of your breath. Listening to the sounds around you. Becoming completely immersed in this present moment. Don't worry about the things that you have to do tonight or tomorrow, or the grocery list, or whatever it is that is on your to-do list. Give yourself the gift of this moment. I want you to bring all of your attention to the top of your head. All of your awareness and your attention to the top of your head. Just noticing any feelings or sensations that you feel right where your crown chakra is. Not saying that you have to feel anything at all, just bringing your awareness there. And we're going to move down the forehead, noticing any feelings or sensations on your brow. Moving down to the eyes. And just sitting here in full presence. Maybe they're feeling really heavy and tired. Maybe they're holding tension and you feel a little wired. I want you to take it on your next inhale. Take a deep breath and then just relax on your exhale. Moving down to our cheekbones, and our nose, to our lips, just noticing maybe they feel really moist, maybe they're feeling a little dry. Just noticing and being in full awareness. Not judging anything, but just accepting what is. Bringing your attention to your jaw and just noticing if there is tension there or if your jaw is clenched. A lot of us hold our stress right here. And if it is, I want you to relax on the next exhale and allow your jaw to fall apart. So you are not clenching so much any longer. And on your next exhale, relax a little bit more. And we'll move down to our chin and our throat. Maybe you're noticing what it feels like to swallow. And you're noticing the sound that it makes as well. And we'll continue down to our chest, checking in with our hearts. Being fully immersed and aware of any feelings or sensations coming from your heart space. Some of us have gone through so much pain in our life and or trauma recently that we have closed this heart space. Maybe it's calling to us to open up a bit. Maybe it's calling to be recognized, to be seen, and to be healed. So if you like, you may set that intention to honor your heart today and listen to what it needs. And as we take our next deep breath and exhale, we relax and maybe let's send some gratitude to our hearts for keeping us safe and alive our entire lives, beating every second of every minute of every hour of every day of every year we've been alive. So just checking in with your heart and your body, asking it if you've been true to it today. Have you been true to yourself, to your heart, and to your body today? And if not, that's okay. It's important that we meet ourselves where we are and without judgment. And we can always set that intention to be true to ourselves, starting now. Okay, so just feeling your body as a whole, noticing if you feel more relaxed. And if any word were to come up and surface on how or what you are feeling right now, what would it be? Just noticing what that word is. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Okay, let me turn this light on because it's a little dark in here. There we go. Okay. All right, so how was that? Was that good? And you guys are all muted. Let me unmute you. Allow participants, yeah, just unmute yourselves if you can, please. All right, how was that?
Good.
Good. Yeah, that was good. That was good for me too. I needed that. Okay. Really needed that. Okay, awesome. So I want to jump in and I want to get us started just practicing. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I know that this has been a really tough time to learn energetically. And I acknowledge that. And I've been connecting with spirit and asking for what you guys need and what's best for you. Okay, so I know that not everybody did their readings, and I would really like you to I would really like to urge you to do those. If you are really not feeling in alignment with doing those readings, that is okay. But I just don't want you to waste this opportunity to push yourself. Okay, so I just wanted to say that, and let's jump in. So in one of our first or second classes, we did go over colors. How was everybody's experience doing readings in the group utilizing colors? Did you guys like that? Nod, yes or no? Was that easy? I mean, it's super easy, right? This is an amazing reading tool to use. We're gonna jump in right now. We're gonna just kind of do some easy exercises to get our feet wet. Okay, and then I'm gonna teach you a really, really awesome way of reading. Okay, so I'm gonna group you guys up into breakout rooms, and I just want you to have your partner say their name 3 times. And this is going to be very, very useful for if you are going to do readings over the phone, okay, and or, over Zoom. It doesn't really matter. You can pick up so much information from the vibration of somebody's voice, let alone they're seeing them over video, but, their voice holds just as much information, okay? So your partner is going to say their name 3 times. You're going to close your eyes and interpret the colors that you are seeing around them. And please know you do not have to actually physically see colors when you close your eyes. Okay? I am somebody, I do not see the colors. All right? I just know what they are. I just know that there's red around a person. Okay? So please don't get caught up and I'm not seeing clearly or I didn't see anything. Okay? Because I really want to push you guys out of your comfort zone. You don't have to see anything. You need to trust yourself more. Okay. A lot of times I don't see nothing. I just talk and I trust that what I'm saying is real. Okay. All right. So I want you, if you have struggled in this class to see something, feel something that is solid, whatever it is, I want you to act like you're making this shit up when you are doing this reading. Because guess what? You're gonna really surprise yourself. Okay? So act like you're making it up. Be like, okay, JB said to make the shit up, so here we go. I'm seeing a lot of purple around you. I'm interpreting purple as being this, that, or that. Okay? So that's what you're doing right now. So I did give you a color symbol base. Hopefully you guys did your homework as far as that goes. If not, I mean, that's okay, right? Because you can interpret what each color means. Just like that, right now, you can make it up. Okay? So, all right, how many? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so we're gonna be doing, we'll do 3 people in a group. So 1, I'm so sorry, I'm so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 4 groups. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, thank you, Shannon. I'm gonna move. All right, so let me see, where am I gonna place you? Oh, okay. Who's gotta go where? Because one of you is gonna have 3 people in your room, okay? Where do you go? I'm Kirsten, I'm putting you somewhere because I know that you're gonna be able to get people moving. 2, 3, 4. Where's she going? Room 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, you're going here. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys back in like 6 minutes. All right, so everybody be prompt. Hey, Crystal. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I'm a little late today. It was a 11-hour day and then I fell asleep on my bed. So that's where I was when you,
Oh my goodness, you poor thing.
yeah, it was a rough.
I'm surprised you even show up. Seriously.
Well, I have to be here. This is my thing.
Yeah, dude, it is your
My-
thing. It is. And you can just, you didn't really miss much. You didn't miss much on
Okay,
we just talked about.
I'll go back and watch.
Yeah, we just talked about the readings that people did, and then I guided them through a little meditation to ground them. So,
Okay.
however, the class is obviously being recorded. So, okay, how was that? How did we do?
It
Good.
was good.
Good.
Very good.
Yay,
was good.
Steven! No,
Hi,
you're
everybody,
muted.
by the
You're
way.
muted. Unmute yourself.
Still
Steven,
muted, Steven.
you're
You're
muted.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was live.
Okay,
All
how'd
right.
it go?
All right. So I didn't see the color violet, but I was thinking violet. And then when Taylor confirmed that she was violet because of the crown chakra, I felt like doing the Charlie Brown happy dance where the whole crowd's going on. And it was like, woohoo!
Mhm.
Yeah, good. All right, good. Kudos
Yeah.
to not giving an F, right? Like
Yeah.
we just act like we don't know nothing and we're making it up and you just go with it. And then like that's the biggest thing is trusting spirit. That's really what it is because we're afraid to trust ourselves. That's what our issue is with, is trusting ourselves. So you just trust spirit and you just act like you're making the shit up, okay? All right, so everybody did good. We felt good with this. We felt good with the interpretation. Yeah, good. All right, good. Let's do it again. We're gonna do another one. This time I want everybody to, I'm gonna break up into a different group with a different partner. And you're gonna ask Spirit to show you an animal that is, you know, for your partner. You're gonna interpret what that animal means. If you want, you guys can have your partner ask a question like, I would rather you not do that because we're gonna do a different exercise with that. Don't do that. Just close your eyes.
Jamie,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I won't be able to do this one. I have to go for like 10 minutes while I drive my kids home.
Okay, that's
I'll be
okay,
back,
Melissa.
though.
You've
I'm
done
sorry.
this one anyways. Yeah, so,
Okay.
yeah.
But I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So yeah, so I always use animals in my readings. I have cards. I'll show you really quick. I have my animal cards that I use. In every reading, I like to sit on the floor. I look like a mess. It's like, you don't want me on Zoom anyways, because people would be like, what are you doing? Okay, I'm not just somebody who sits there and looks pretty and talks and tells you things. I'm just like, you know, I have my own thing going on. So I have these cards. They're really pretty. You know, they're like super colorful. They got the frog. What's this say? I don't even know the meanings of all my cards on it, guys. I don't.
You make
need
your
to.
own out.
Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. Okay, so too much things going on in their life. Lizards for me are a symbol of paying attention to your dreams. If I see this chameleon, obviously I'm going to be like, well, you need to stop you know, trying to be a chameleon and blending in with other people. Like, you need to stop doing that. You know, that would go hand in hand with being an empath and people pleasing people, right? I mean, it's literally like I can start talking about one thing, I could see one animal and it's going to shoot out and spiderweb into a million different things that I could tell my client about themselves, right? Okay, so this is why I want you to do this exercise. I want you to come through. Spiders are my favorite. So I told you guys that. Didn't I tell you guys that, where I was worried about money and I got out of the shower and there was a spider dangling from my hair? I thought it was just like a piece of hair and it was an effing spider. I was like, ah! And then I was like, hey, money's coming. Okay, don't kill spiders. All right, so you see a spider, maybe they're dealing with money issues, like maybe they're afraid of money, you need to tell them that you know it's worry about money, or you know what I'm saying, okay? Could have to do with fear. When you are able to interpret animals and know some of the meanings, you're solid, okay? So I'm gonna break you up into groups again. We'll do 4 groups because, yeah. Okay. All right. So then just close your eyes. Or don't close your eyes. It doesn't matter.
We doing the name thing again? Are we having the person say their own name in their
No, you don't gotta do that anymore.
okay.
If you want to, though, Melissa,
Yeah, sure, yeah.
you can. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes if I'm not getting a good feeling on the person I'm reading over the phone, I'm like, can you please say your full name out loud for me? And I listen to the name and I'm like, okay. And I just start talking. Okay. So if that's comfortable for you, do it. I want everybody to do what works best for them, for you. That's so important. Okay. That's why we're here. This is not a cookie cutter kind of thing. We all have different abilities and ways of working. Okay.
So are we doing show me an animal or?
Yep. Show me an animal for my partner and then interpret what that animal is and give them a
Okay.
message. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So a deer. Oh, I'm seeing a deer. Okay. Deers are a symbol of perseverance. He has a lot of, I was gonna say horns. He has a lot of antlers. This is a symbol. I'm assuming this is a symbol of strength, and I just want you to keep moving forward, whatever. If you're going through difficulties, right? Like that's how I would interpret a deer, right? So then always, always, always validate your partners. I don't think I need to tell you guys that, but super important. Okay. All right. I'm sending you into your rooms now. Move to 2. Hold on, Shannon.
Catch up then.
Hi. How do we do?
Okay, that was so awesome.
Was that good? Mm-hmm. Yay, Steven! You're
Nailed
making me
it.
so happy.
Yes, he
Two
nailed
for
it.
two.
He did.
This
He
is
did, he
fantastic. Good. I knew I'd get ya. All right, good. That's good. So did we like this exercise?
Yeah, I
It's
liked
good,
it.
right? It really is. Like,
I have to
it's
study
good.
animals more, but it was good.
Yeah.
Same.
Wait, what? What'd you say, Annie?
I have to study the animal meetings more, but it was, me and Melissa figured we were on the same page with what we thought. So.
Okay, good. Shannon, absolutely. You need to study them. You gotta make a big time, because I mean, you're drawing them all the time, you know what I
Oh.
mean?
No.
For real though, you're gonna be able to look around your studio when you're like needing some guidance and just go to whatever you're drawn to on the wall. And you're gonna be able to interpret that and receive a message from spirit for yourself and for other people that you're tattooing. So that'd be pretty sick if you were like the tattoo medium. you
Oh, I
know?
would love
That'd be sick. Like people will go to you, get tattooed, get a reading. I mean, there's a show for ya.
There you go.
Yeah. But okay, yeah, right. Like animals are so important. Not only that though, I tell this story and I'm sure like Melissa Finley, she's so tired of me tired of hearing me talk about it. But I mean, she's been to my other class, to a few of them. But
Can you leave that light on?
animals are an integral part of my journey, you know, and I always, whenever I need it most, there's an animal messenger there for me. Okay. So study those animals, utilize this in your readings. Okay. We'll talk about that after. I want to get you guys, continue with you guys, you know, kind of moving forward here. Okay. Who do you guys, hold on. Yeah. Okay. Everybody have their cards?
Oh, I gotta go get my.
One
Go
second.
get them, go get your cards.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna get.
So I had with Annie, I had seen a bear in my face, and then I saw a fox, and I was like, "Mama bear!" And someone's being a sneaky little sly.
Oh,
And she's like, "I saw a bear with you too," and I was like, "And foxes are my spirit, like my totem animal, I think." So I was like, "Okay." That was
Wow.
kind of cool.
that's awesome. But the fox was for her though?
Oh, they both were for her. So she's like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
mama
yeah.
bear, and there's someone who's being sneaky.
Well, right.
Yeah.
What,
Oh.
Shannon?
Once when I was tattooing you, Jamie, you told me about the fox thing.
Mhm.
And we just recently lost a bunch of people at the shop, like half of the shop left. And before that, Keith and I had been seeing foxes everywhere.
See,
Like
warnings.
it like a 10-minute drive home from my parents' house. And it was like we'd see 3 and then like dead on the road, like
Yeah.
everywhere. It was nuts.
Yep. See, spirit
And then-
always warns us.
I actually re-listened to a couple of the old readings that you sent me, and you mentioned a cat, which you also associate like deceit with.
Yep.
And that was like right before they all let us know that they were
Because
leaving.
they were planning and scheming all together.
Yep.
Yep. I don't know. Yeah. Well, good though. I'm glad they left. You know, I mean, it sucks, but it's making room for the new people to come in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys
Shannon,
needed a little shift of energy, anyways.
Yeah.
she nailed my spirit animal down.
That's fantastic. What's your spirit animal?
Or at least I think it is. Like a crow / raven.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. And
Nice.
that's the first thing she said. And I got coyote for her. Mhm.
Yep, that feels good. That feels right. Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. Okay. I'm so happy that you guys liked this. I want you. Oh, it's just my dog. I want you guys to add this into your toolkit, okay? Okay, sorry. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna break you up into groups again, and you're gonna do a general read with your cards. Listen, this is what I do, and if you feel called to make a, you know, like a spread when you do readings that's gonna help you understand what's happening. Me, I'm like, I'm all intuition, guys. Like, I don't know the meanings to my cards. Tarot, I love tarot, and when I need specific guidance, that's where I go because it's always spot on, but it is so much to learn that I'm just like, I can't do it. I know a lot of it, you know, but I look at the pictures and that's how I read. So when I do my readings, okay, I'll lay out, I don't even know how many cards I lay out, probably 12. Yeah, 10 to 12, one line on the top, one on the bottom, so 5 and then 5. And then I'll also just say, and then I'll pull 2 cards to put at the top, tell me what the, you know, the actual reason for this reading is, or sum up all of these cards or all of their difficulties in 2 cards. And I put those 2 cards right at the top. Okay. So it's kind of like those, that's the most important thing that I need to be talking about, having to do with all these cards. And I just read them. I read them. It's not in any specific way. You know, they're laid out. I don't go, okay, well, this is the first card, second, third, fourth, talk about the 5th, then the 6th, and you know what I mean? No, I don't. I'm talking, I'm blah, 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 and I'm looking at each card and I'm just pulling stuff out of there. Okay, that's how I work. Maybe you're not one, maybe you're more methodical, you know, or whatever it is. Okay, I want you to find that and work with it and make it your own. Okay. So you're gonna pull 5 cards, pull 3 cards. I don't care how many cards you guys pull, whatever feels right to you. You're gonna shuffle and you're just gonna lay the cards out like this. Okay. Start reading them. Look at the colors, look at the numbers, look at the pictures. Are there animals? Are there flowers? Are there people? Are there words? What is there? Just read and act like you're making it up. Okay. So I'm going to set, again, we're going into partners, just give them a general read. That's all you're going to do. And I want you to do it. You can do it a little snappy. Let's try and do it a little snappy. Okay. Because the more you talk, the more you receive. Okay. All right. And I'm bringing you back. You get 2.5 minutes each. All right. So just talk for those 2.5 minutes, change your partner, and then I'm bringing you back. So we got shit to do. How'd it go? You're muted. Yeah.
Mine.
Oh, you didn't?
No, it wasn't enough time. He kind of likes to express himself. And I knew when you said 2.5 minutes apiece, I'm like, okay, this could be good depending on who I get. And then I was like, Steven, I was like,
So good. That was great. I'm so happy that he's like, he's really
he's a
getting-
totally different person than the person I spoke with when we were in a group the last time.
Good.
So he seems like he's definitely,
That's so good. I knew that some people would have a tough time because like there's people who are like that type of healer who want to really like give their all, and that's super amazing. Me, I'm like, I'm gonna get right to the point and blah 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 blah.
yeah. So I'm gonna do his after class. Or
Okay.
rather,
Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna do
okay.
his after class.
Okay, good. Okay, how'd that go, guys?
I was in the middle of mine, but it's
It's all my
okay.
fault, Jamie. It's all my
okay.
fault.
It's okay. No, she just did really good, and I really wanted to keep I wanted to give her the feedback, so I
Yeah.
had to kind of break everything down. But I was getting there with hers. I think I was doing all right.
You are doing all right.
You are. Do you guys feel like you want me to put you back in the rooms?
Yeah, if you can, because we were kind of vibing together, and I just want to.
I'm gonna give you guys some more time. I'm gonna bring you back
Please.
in about 10 minutes. Okay.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going,
Thank you.
you guys are all going back. Yep, no problem. Oh, what happened?
I'm still here
Okay, hold on. You were, okay.
with Shannon and
Does
Melissa
it say
Finley.
joined? I don't think, did you?
I
think-
didn't get a join button.
Okay, hold on. You were with,
Shannon and Melissa Finley.
okay, I'm gonna bounce you around to get you back in with Shannon and Melissa, okay?
Okay.
just work on the boundaries and you'll be able to overcome it.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, so everybody good? We had enough time?
Yep, yep.
Cool,
Yeah.
good stuff. All right, so who likes using cards in their readings? Okay, me too. It makes everything a lot easier. But you know what though? If you had to sit down in front of somebody and just start talking and giving them a reading face to face, I mean, it is nerve wracking, but it's just, I mean, you get the information no matter what. You know, this is just kind of our little comfort, our little comfy chair that makes us feel safe. But you know, super easy. So okay, well, I'm glad that you guys did that. So those are 3 tools now that you guys have that you know that you are confident in, that you can utilize, that are super easy for you to pull information while you're doing a reading. Okay, so this is one of my favorites. So I use this. I don't have this tapestry anymore. I don't know where the hell it went. When I moved, I cannot find it. And it has been instrumental in me doing readings for other people. I would sit, I would have my appointments and I would sit on my floor. I used to have a huge giant space that was actually like attached to my house, and it had huge vaulted ceilings, and I had this big tapestry right on the ceiling. So I would sit, I would pull all my cards out, lay out my cards, and I would sit on the phone, put them on speakerphone. That's where you guys, if any of you have gotten mini readings from me, that's what I was doing. I had all my cards on the floor, and I would say my opening speech as I'm looking at this tapestry, pulling information, getting ready to start your reading as I'm saying my opening speech. Okay. So, I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to screen share this tapestry, and you're going to do the same thing. So before I talk about that, I want to talk about doing platform style readings and how they activate all of your clairs all at one time. It's crazy. So if you ever do like a live reading, okay, or a platform reading, meaning you're standing up in front of people and there's an audience and you're just gonna pick somebody and start reading them, that's platform reading. And it can be absolutely terrifying, but it's so exhilarating because after you do it, you're just like, oh my God, I'm so cool. Like, I can't believe that I just did that. So that's why it's a part of this class, is because again, it is gonna activate all your clairs, but it will also set you up and just give you some confidence in knowing that you can do that. Okay, so, and this is like, you know, super easy. We're gonna do it with our classmates, and I'm gonna put the tapestry up on the screen. I'm gonna screen share it, and each of you are going to pick, I'm gonna pick somebody for you to just kind of give a message to, looking at this tapestry and whatever you are drawn to in the tapestry. And let me pull it up for you. What is under my nail? Oh my Lord. Okay, where are you? Share screen. Where to go? Okay, hold on. This one? Yes. Okay. Hold on. Okay, can you guys see this? You
Yes.
see this elephant? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you look at this, there are so many colors. You can actually see, if you guys can take a look right down at the bottom right-hand side. It looks, I don't know if you can see this, but it looks like a fox. Can you guys see that on the corner? You guys see
Yes.
how it looks like a fox? Cool, because I will see foxes in this tapestry, and that's what I'm drawn to. I'm gonna be telling somebody that somebody's lying to them, okay? Or that they need to be careful, okay? And because you know, there's some deceit or you know, manipulation around them. Okay, there's so much to see in this tapestry. If you see like right above it, there's like this huge alien head with like a little scrunched face. Can you guys see that too? So whenever I see that, I know that my client is a star seed, and I talk about them feeling really alone not feeling like they fit in on this planet, possibly turn to drugs and addiction, because that's what most starseeds do. They don't feel comfortable in their skin. They're too sensitive. So you guys get the point, right? If I'm drawn to that, I know that my client's a starseed, and that's my baseline where I start talking. Like, you're connected to the stars. Your soul isn't from this planet. You probably felt really alone your entire life, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just going to keep talking, and Spirit's going to keep giving me more specifics, but that's where I start, because that's where I was drawn to. Okay, so I'm not going to give you really anything else, because you can look at this tapestry and pull stuff from it. I mean, there's animals, there's flowers, there's like so much in it. Okay, so right now I am going to, each one of you are going to do a reading for somebody. I'm just going to pick one person. I'm going to say, Taylor, I'm going to start with you. Okay. And you're going to do a reading. You're going to do a reading for Laura. Okay. So all you're going to do, we're setting our intention to give guidance on what they need in their life right now. So you're going to look at this tapestry, whatever you're drawn to. And guys, please don't go over a minute. Just talk. If you got to talk a little bit quicker, that's okay. But I do want to make sure that we have enough time to do everybody and kind of go over some other things and answer some questions. Okay, so whatever you're drawn to in the tapestry, whether it's a color, it's a shape, or whatever, you're just going to start talking, okay, and give her a message. Okay. All right, Laura, or I mean, Taylor, go ahead. Oh, you're muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Muted.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right, go ahead, girlfriend.
Okay, so the first thing that I picked up on was the dream catchers kind of above the elephant's ears. So the dream catcher interprets to me that I just feel like there are such big dreams. And so there are big dreams that you have that the dream catcher is going to catch for you and make real. That's what I get.
Okay.
Nice.
Sounds good to me.
That's good. Good. And can you identify with that, Laura?
Yeah, it's so funny. That's what I would have said to somebody else, the dream catchers. Yeah, definitely. I'm a very vivid dreamer, physically and just in my actual dream state. So anything dreamy and stuff, I'm like a magnet to.
Oh, perfect. So that makes perfect sense then. Okay, good. So Laura, sorry, you're gonna do Taylor right now.
Darn it. I got the dream catchers too, but I'm just gonna take a quick look around and see what I can catch on.
Yes.
I see like a woman's face at the bottom left-hand corner. So it looks very much like aesthetically beautiful. So I'm gonna go with like confidence and seeing yourself better than what you really believe. Just like kind of working on how you view yourself. I feel like sometimes you just feel very like just maybe have like low self-esteem, but it's showing that like in reality you are so much more than what you believe that you are, and as long as you try to believe that and work on that, you'll really feel like a lot better than you do about yourself.
Nice. Does that make sense to you, Taylor?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. All right, Melissa. I am up. Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to see everybody. Okay, so Melissa, do you want to do Stephen? Melissa Finley.
Okay. I'm drawn to the left side of the tapestry, a little above midpoint. It looks like there might be two males. It kind of looks like they're in samurai gear. So they're standing there discussing matters that need to be addressed before they can proceed with their next step or stages in the next process of decision making. So maybe in matters of a situation you're about to decide on, you want to discuss things a little more before you can get to the to get your decision to be agreed upon, and you'll be on your way. It looks like they're kind of like on a cloud in a sense, so it'll move along pretty quickly then.
Nice. Good job. Stephen, can you connect with that?
Okay.
Can you connect with that?
Yeah, I could connect with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having
Sure.
some decisions coming up.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's so much blue, and not only that, you're wearing blue, and blue is a color of opportunity. Okay, so
Okay.
yep, so I do feel like it's gonna be about an opportunity presenting itself. Okay,
Okay.
cool. All right, so Stephen, you're gonna do Melissa.
So I'm looking dead square right in the middle of the elephant, kind of like right on its nose or nostril, or I don't know. I see this teardrop,
Mhm,
like a sphere,
mhm.
and there's some glow around it. So like I'm thinking maybe something big is about to, some either big change or something that's going to happen with Melissa, maybe in the near future. That's what I'm getting. There's this glow. So there's some, like, there's energy that's shaping around it.
Mhm. And so interpreting that glow, how would you interpret the glow and the light that you see around it that you keep talking about?
How would I interpret it?
Maybe everything going to be okay,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Lots of light, lots of healing. So
yeah,
light and healing go hand in hand, you know? So,
right,
yeah, so
yeah,
cool, good stuff, good stuff. I see
yeah.
you're pretty spot on about that, Stephen. And can you connect with that, Melissa?
Making a decision. I have a lot of fiery energy right now, so that's
Cool.
kind of what
Oh.
I'm getting from that. So thank you.
Cool.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
All right. Good job, guys. Shannon, you're gonna do Crystal.
Okay, give this a once over real quick. All right, so the bottom left corner, it doesn't look like a lion, but for some reason I'm thinking lion.
Great.
So, Crystal, I feel like you're kind of like a natural born leader, and that you have to make a lot of very important decisions for the people around you, and sometimes not everybody agrees with the decision that you've made, but maybe you have to kind of learn to sit with people disagreeing with you and just trust the decision that you made.
Amen, sister. 100%.
Okay, good. All right, good. Good stuff. All right, Crystal. You can share.
Okay, Shannon. So the right-hand corner, I am actually seeing a turtle. And it's kind of like symbolizing like slow and steady wins the race, but at the same time, in the middle of this elephant, I'm seeing like, I'm drawn to two flowers. And those flowers to me symbolizes change, because flowers start off in the ground and they literally go into phases. So I feel like you have something going on in your life right now that you need to happen, but it's not happening on your timeline. So the turtle appears, but it's also saying like the flowers are there because at the end it is going to appear to be a flower instead of just like a seed. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's what I'm seeing.
Oh no, definitely. So, like I've been saying, I've been trying to get my husband to make a post about us hiring for forever, and he hasn't wanted to do it for weeks and weeks and weeks, and he finally has. And now we're into the whole interview process and everything. So, that's like spot on.
Awesome. Thank you.
Fantastic. And you know what's super cool, guys? Is like you guys are saying you're seeing all these things. I don't see them. You know what I mean? Like it's so amazing. Like how, like I don't know. I don't see the turtle, but
You know, I do.
and I don't have to. What's important is that your abilities and your mind and your third eye is taking shape into what you need to be seeing. So that's super, super cool, guys. Okay, Kirsten, why don't you do Melissa?
Melissa Stover.
Yes.
Okay. I am very drawn to the whole headdress on the front of the elephant. To me, it looks like a phoenix rising, and the tail behind it is just lifting it off the ground, but the wings are very strong. And I just feel like you are, whatever's going on, you are just burning away the old and flying in with the new, and just like it's really happening super fast. Be careful, because the fire of the phoenix also does have a tendency to burn you out. So slow down a little bit is what I'm also getting by looking at the elephant's feet. It's like ground, because if you go too fast with the fire and too high with the flying, you might burn out. So that's just a little bit of a advice to go along with all that glory.
Great. Awesome. Can you connect with that, Melissa?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I've
Okay,
had
good.
so much going on lately. That was spot on, actually.
Nice. Okay. Melissa, you do Kirsten.
Okay. Okay, let me take a look here. So I am right in at the bottom of the elephant. So I see feet. I see one foot sticking out in particular. And to the right, I'm seeing like shells. I see like a seashell. So I'm getting like put your feet down, put your feet in the sand, maybe ground yourself, do some grounding. I'm seeing like flowers right in the middle of the elephant. There's more beauty. That's all I'm getting, really.
Okay, great job. Great job, Melissa. All right, Kirsten, can you connect with that?
Yeah, I can. I mean, I'm always working on grounding. I'm triple earth, if you will, in 3 different traditions. I'm double earth. So I really connect with the grounding but needing it more right now, definitely. Yeah. And the flowers, for me, that's spirituality. So that's cool.
Awesome. Thanks. Great job, Melissa. Okay, so Annie, I'm gonna have you do Crystal.
First thing I notice is the eyes of the elephant and the stance or the posture. And to me, this I'm getting determination. Really is like very strong. She's on a mission and she's going to accomplish what her mission is. I just feel this. Oh, my face is vibrating. It's like tingling. I just feel like there's something that she's desiring or she's trying to accomplish and bring to fruition, and she's not going to stop. She doesn't have like a mean demeanor. She just has a very, I feel a very strong feminine determination. What is what I'm getting.
Nice. Great. Great job. Crystal, I'm gonna have you do Annie. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You were right, Annie. That was 100%. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Annie, when I am looking at this, I am seeing like this yellow green around the tusks of the elephant, and that's kind of symbolizing me to like maybe there's couple things that are going on right now that you really are unsure about. Like your feet are into it, but then your mind says no, and you want to take a step forward, but you're kind of scared of taking that step forward. And then you have like this eye in the middle. I'm seeing this big, huge, like yellow red eye in the middle of like the elephant headdress. And that is kind of symbolizing like strength. Like you have inner strength that you are not even aware of. And even though you're unsure about taking that next step, which you know in your intuition you should, the end result is actually going to be where you're going to be happy, like your life purpose, where you're supposed to be, no matter what anybody thinks or feels about your decision.
Great.
That's right.
Great.
That's
All
right.
Okay, that was, everybody went, right? Yeah, yeah.
Where'd you get that tapestry? Because I really
Just
want
go,
it.
just search it. Just search, all you gotta do, search elephant tapestry, comes right up.
Okay.
Okay, and they have it on Etsy. I'm sure you can get it on, like, you can probably get it on Amazon, but just put it in the search engine and it'll come right up for you.
Okay.
I know I need to buy a new one. But wasn't that awesome? I mean, it literally, you guys can do that with any tapestry. Okay, you would be surprised. Like I have this one. And the kind of things that I see in these, do you know what I mean? And you're like, oh, it's like Paisleys or whatever. It's like all kind of the same. But it doesn't. There's things that take shape, okay? So you can really kind of have fun and grab a tapestry that has I need one that has a lot of colors because I work with a lot of colors and things like that, okay? Shapes, as you could see, this is like the most perfect thing in the whole entire world, I think, this tapestry for readers. So now you guys have, and I really kind of wanted to do an exercise, but that where you would kind of just be drawn to something in the room and answer a question from, a student, like a fellow student, but you just did that on the tapestry. So you please know that you can look at anything in the room and interpret it, literally anything. You would look at the floor and be like, oh, well, that's like a really solid floor. You know what I mean? Like, is it strong? Is it like breaking? I don't know. Or is it like super solid? I don't know. Like you look at anything and you can receive a message from it. Okay. So, I want you guys to always know that. Now, moving forward, these are called your plan Bs or a part of your reading structure. All right. Did everybody do their homework as far as setting up your reading, wanting, kind of writing down what you want to include in your reading, things like that? No, you guys got to get your shit together. Okay. Some of you got to do your readings. Some of you guys got to do your readings. I know that the energy has been awful, but you can make it through this. Okay. If you can make it through this, you can make it through anything. And please let me remind you of the torment that I went through when I had to do psychic mediumship training. Okay. You guys can get through this. I promise. Okay. So I want you to make a list of how you're going to facilitate a reading. and what you want to pick up on in a reading. Okay, I gave you guys all those options last class, and if you need to watch the class again, you know, you absolutely can. What do you want to include in your readings? Do you want to do relationship readings? Just know the type of energy you're going to receive when you're going to put yourself out there as a relationship reader. Okay, and I think that we already talked about that. It's gonna be a lot of needy people, a lot of unhealed people. Somebody's got to do it though. So if you guys are, if that connects with you, do it. If you're going to be somebody who really focuses on mediumship and bringing healing and proof from the other side, that's awesome. And you're really going to want to take a look at the type of information that you want to get from the deceased to make that message very special for your person, because you're going to have a certain type of client that lost their husband, that lost their father, their mother, their child, who they are desperately seeking to connect with. Okay. And there's no other greater feeling than giving somebody healing from that. Do you want to do career readings? I always pick up on career, always. Do you want to do life path readings? I always pick up on, I pick up on that, but it's in the way of spirit gives me people whose life path is about spirituality, right? Why wouldn't they do that? So I pick up on a lot of empaths. I pick up on a lot of psychics who don't really know that they are, right? So just kind of taking inventory. What do you want to pick up on in your reading? Healing, trauma, illness. Kirsten, you'd be really good with that. Illnesses, medical mediumship. I see that in your future. I think that would be a really great idea for you to get a certification. And when you do, let me know where you're going, because I'll probably take it with you. Okay, so just have that idea of who you want to be. Career, okay, health, yeah, stuff like that. Okay. So for me, let me just kind of tell you what I do. So I say my opening speech. I usually would be looking at the tapestry, and what I utilize colors first and foremost. I utilize colors. I see colors because it tells me about their personality. Okay. So think about, do you want to use colors first, animals, cards, whatever it is, mediumship, when do you want them to come forward? But I use colors because, again, like I said, it tells me about their personality. I see a lot of red. I know that they're probably type A, somebody that's outspoken, really strong-minded, been through a lot of shit in their life. Okay. And so on and so forth. So I will see colors in my mind's eye because you want to gain your sitter's confidence ASAP, right away, right? Because then they're going to loosen up a little bit. They're not going to be so tense. Some readers are going to be like, I'm going to go in it. They're not going to, I'm going to have a stone face and I'm going to close off so they don't know anything about me. And like, okay, like, so you want to gain their confidence right away. You want to hear them going, And if they're not, does that make sense? How can you connect with that? Does that make sense to you? A lot of the times I'll just keep talking and I don't really even ask them, but I'll stop every now and then. Is this making sense to you? Because I need to know I'm on the right path as well, right? So I'll take a look at the colors. I'll talk about their personality, get them going. Oh, she really knows me. And then I'll start to see symbols. For me, mediumship comes in right after that. Right after I talk about their personality and I'm utilizing the colors, I'm going to talk to their loved ones on the other side. I'm a natural medium. That's my thing. So naturally, that is going to be what comes up first. And then I go to my cards. Colors, mediumship, cards. And I talk about cards and I talk about the things that are going on in their life. A lot of times career comes up in this. A lot of times relationship comes up in this, right? Because I'm reading the cards. So it's like, I'm going to get everything. Travel, right? And then I also, why I'm reading the cards, I'm also doing animals. So animals and cards are one and the same with me. All right. And, or, while I'm doing mediumship, I'll see animals, and those will just obviously be messages from the deceased. They also use animals with me. They also use colors with me. So it's just like knowing all of these things You're solid. All right. So super, super important to know your reading structure and to have this symbol base. And also, if you know the colors, you know the chakras. You know, the chakras are all about what's blocked in their life spiritually, emotionally, physically. You have so much to go on. You should not be sitting in silence with the amount of reading tools and symbols that I give you guys in this class. I do that on purpose. All you need to do is just have that symbol base, like just read it, like study it, you know, utilize it. The more you practice, the more you're going to just have all these tools and symbols everywhere, and it's going to be like nothing. So what else did I want to talk about? I want to talk about something else. Who's got any questions?
I do.
Yes.
So when you do a mediumship reading and they want like their son to come through, are we always able to pull who they're looking for and not other? Because I know spirits will piggyback sometimes.
Every single time you are able to pull
Okay.
through who they want you to pull through. All right.
Okay.
Don't ever think that you are not able to do that. On very, very rare occurrences, rare occasions. And I have to tell you, I can tell you 1 or 2 times in my entire career, and I've done thousands of readings, that this did not happen. And one of them was because my client she was just grieving way too hard. And I do think she was also under the influence. Okay. All right. So her father was her father. I was like, where are you? Why aren't you? You know what I mean? And I was like trying to pull things, and she's like really trying to make sense out of something that didn't make sense. You know, I'm like, no, I wouldn't be that, you know? But that was the only really occurrence that I've ever had. So I also always will, like I said, I will leave time for questions at the end. If you are going to make a career out of this, you want to give your client a chance to ask their question, because how many of you go to get why do you go to get a reading? You have something on your mind, right? You need guidance. You need to know something. Most of the time it's you needing confirmation on what you already know. You know what I mean? But we go for a reason. So I always would suggest, if you are doing this as a career and not just for some fun side money or whatever, that you leave time for questions at the end, or a question. Also, guess what, guys? It's going to shorten up your time that you got to be talking. Because a lot of times, you know, it's kind of like I'm looking down at my phone and I'm like, oh, it's only been 15 minutes. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh my God, I have so much more I got to start pulling from, because that'll happen too. But not all the time. It really doesn't. Most of the time you have so many things that are around. When that happens to me is when I have repeat clients and they like to come pretty often. So that's really the only, like, you know, issues I have, where it's kind of like they always book 30-minute readings, you know, like every like 2 months or something, you know, and sometimes I gotta tell them, I'm like, listen, not much has changed in your life in the past two months. You know, you want to do like a mini reading, that's cool, but like we're spending like hours together every month, every few months, it's whatever. But so that's the only time that it really happens to me. But I always leave. So I usually do, 30-minute readings, and I will. It depends on how I'm feeling. Like I can stop at 22 minutes and say, do you have any questions? I could stop at 25. I could stop at 28 and say, do you have a question? Do you know what I mean? So, but I always give them that opportunity to ask a question. And sometimes they're like, I really wanted to talk to my mom. She didn't come through. That's when you're gonna pull a mother hook. You're not going to say, oh, well, she didn't come through. Sorry. No. And that's happened to me before. And I'm like, what? Her mom died and I didn't pull her mom forward, but their energy sometimes I'm pulling on the strongest energy that's in front of me. Why would I do that? Because it's the easiest. You know what I mean? So sometimes I don't see other people standing behind the strongest energy. So that's why I do that. Okay. All right. So some of you, most of you, have to do your 10 to 15 minute readings, mediumship reading. The 2 pictures are up on the page. One person, I want you to pick one of those people. Is the number up there? Where's the number? Did you guys write your number? You should have written their phone numbers down, yeah? Written.
I did.
Please do those. You need to do one of those people and a friend or somebody else that you know. Okay. And then for homework, I want you to make sure you have a plan in place for your readings, how they're going to be set up. Get everything together. What symbols are you going to be using? Take a look at your symbols. Watch the Long Island Medium. Get this stuff fresh in your mind, okay? Because you're going to be facilitating 2 30-minute readings this week. Okay? It's going to be fine. You're going to be okay. All right? I promise. The more you talk, the more you're going to get. I want you guys to spread literally every card out on the floor that you have. If you have 5 decks, put them all out on the card, just lay them all out. All right. And utilize, print out this tapestry if you got to, print it out on a piece of paper, put it in front of you. Make sure that you are in a place where you're meditated and you're grounded. Exercise before. Get that energy out. Get that anxiety out. Say a prayer. Say your opening speech. What's your opening speech? Do you have everything in place? If you don't, you're going to have some work to do this week. I don't know, should I 2 people? I would like to do that, yes. I'm gonna give you 2 people to do your 30-minute readings. Both of them, which are going to be students and absolutely amazing and people that I trust very much. I would not give you these 30-minute readings, people I do not trust. Okay, Kirsten, I'm so sorry. I feel bad for you. You got so many things going on, but it's gonna be worth it. Okay, so I'll post those in the group. Okay, so I just want you to set up a time with them that you can do that 30-minute reading with both of those people. And this is where you're gonna walk through the fear. This is why you paid the money you paid to be in this class. This is why you showed up every week. Okay. And imagine how amazing you're going to feel at the end of it too. All right. So, and then I don't want to throw anything else on your plate, but does anybody want to do a flame reading? Optional.
A what reading?
Flame. You're going to read a candle flame for a partner on here. Taylor, Melissa. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, Kirsten.
All right, you 2. I want you guys just to get together and practice doing that. It's super cool. And you know what? You can light a candle at any time and just stare at it and receive messages, ask a question, for yourself. I feel like everybody should be able to do that and utilize that. Also, I'm going to post something on how to read candle flames. I mean, again, though, it's kind of like you're going to stare at how high the flame is, how fast it's moving, what color is it. You're just going to interpret. Okay. So if you guys want to ask a question, you can, or if you just want to do a general read and stare at the flame, I think that would be cool. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anybody have any questions? Please know that I will be talking with the my previous students, these volunteers, I will be talking to them closely with the 30-minute reads, because this is important. So it's not like they're like, yeah, I did the reading, they did the reading, you know, it was fine, blah, blah, blah. It's not gonna be like that, okay? So just knowing that. And they are the easiest people to read as well, okay? So that's why I've chosen these people. They are so easy to read. Anything else? Okay, please. We're gonna be doing platform readings next class. Melissa, if you are not able to make it, we'll take care of you. I obviously am gonna record it, but you know, we're not, next class is kind of just like a going over things, you know, kind of class, so.
Can I just keep myself on mute and listen without the video going?
I would love for you to do that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I'm just gonna be cleaning anyway, and there's no one in the school really.
Oh,
so.
and you know what then? Can you please, would you be able to, could you stop cleaning for a minute and do a platform reading on next class?
I'll try to time it where I don't take my break until 7. That way I
Yeah,
can try to, and then I'll just talk to my daughter earlier. That way I don't miss my talk with her.
perfect.
So I'll just try to like maneuver my stuff around a bit so I can try to attend. And then when I'm not, like if I have to move around, I'll just move around and just keep it muted and all that.
Yep, and you know what? I'll have you do the reading first, you know what I mean? I'll have you up first.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, because we're gonna be doing real life platform readings next class.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be
Okay.
awesome. It's gonna be so terrifying, but so awesome.
For the flame reading, am I just reaching out? Was it Kirsten and Taylor that are interested in doing them? Was there anyone else?
Kirsten, you are crazy.
Yeah, I
girlfriend.
raised my hand, but you
You
didn't
are
see it.
crazy.
So-
I thought you were saying no. I'm not
I
doing
said
it.
yes, me.
So
Okay.
just message each one and then we'll just do one for each other then.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna post all the information in the group about who to get a hold of for your readings.
Okay.
Don't wait till the last minute though. Like get it like in the middle of the week. Get prepared, you know what I mean? Middle of the week kind of thing. Get it out of the way. All right. Okay. You need to do these in order to get your certificate, just so everybody knows. All the readings need to get done to get the certificate. Okay. All right, guys. I hope you have a great night. Great class. This was good. And I'll see you next Monday. If you need me, I'm always here.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.